It's not my, yeah.
Yeah.
It's great being a guest.
You know? Let me do all the work.
You got it?
I'm already peed over about work, but oh well.
Well,
Big smiles.
Okay. Or sleep.
Okay. And pull your mask out. All right, so we're gonna wash it.
that was a beautiful number. That was a beautiful recital. If you haven't already guessed, welcome to the, what's your, I don't know my name. This is a return of the Gorgeous George show. You probably remember the show when you were a child, when you were a little boy.
I hope not, because if you were a little boy, you don't want to remember this show. Trust me.
The last public access show, even though we've been on the internet a lot, the last public access show was probably long before the pandemic. And, by the way, this is Vinnie Mac, and I'm Kay Lazar. Thanks for showing up.
Welcome to our show.
Welcome to our big show.
Yeah, welcome to the buffet.
We're gonna.
Yes.
That music was good. I understand you have a song.
Yes, I do. You know what? It's amazing for a lot of people who watch Kay Lazar and I on the internet. A lot of people out in the Midwest. I received a Midwest request.
Oh, wow.
From a lot of my friends out in Illinois. Sandy, Pat, Jim, Sarah, Stacy, Jeff, and Bob. They all want me to sing the Chicken Butter Baker Ranch song.
Let's sing it.
Yeah, Chicken Baker Butter Ranch song. I'm
Follow
sorry.
the bouncing
So
ball.
I have to link up my air guitar. Ding, 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 ding.
Playing your belly button.
And the belly button because it's big enough to have 50 strings on it. Oh, is everybody ready? Oh, get it by the Chicken Bacon Ranch. I'll defend the Chicken Bacon Ranch. Okay, no, gonna lay your dog, gonna side your way. Gonna get it out, gonna mind your way. The Chicken Bacon Ranch. Go get it, Chicken Bacon Butter Ranch. Go to get it, Chicken Bacon Butter Ranch. Let it have it your way. You got it, wanna make, gonna lay it on the bank, gonna say that on the bank, gonna get it in Chicken Bacon Butter Ranch. Come and get it. Yeah! Chicken Butter Bacon Ranch. Well, I actually reversed it. It's Chicken Bacon Butter Ranch.
Oh, yeah.
Chicken Bacon Butter Ranch.
Welcome to the educational channel.
Yes. This is the educational channel, isn't it?
I tell you, where I come from, such a small town, that Hee Haw was on the educational channel.
Yes, now 1 o'clock. Come on inside and do a tune.
And the Lawrence Welk show is still on the educational channel. So everything becomes an education.
Yes.
It's homework.
Yes, and it's like, and if you have to do that, then just throw it away or give it to the dog. Tell them that the dog ate the homework. They always believe you.
That's basically every day at work I say that.
Yeah.
The dog ate my report. You don't have a dog. Well,
Yeah, exactly. That's when they catch you.
Yes.
It's like, you don't have a dog. Well, the cat ate my homework.
I don't have a dog in this fight. Anyway, let's see. I think, is it time?
What's the time for? I don't even want to know what time it is.
It's time for the man himself.
He stepped in front of the camera, but that's all right. But I want to do my Chicken Bacon Butter Ranch song. Oh, whoa! It's a full eclipse. I can't see myself.
I'm sure this music's playing here.
Chicken Bacon Butter Ranch song. Do it, George. Chicken Bacon Butter Ranch.
I can't even hear that damn. Okay, anyway.
Yeah, okay, all right.
If you could hear it, anyone can
Yeah,
hear it.
he made a full eclipse.
I made a full blue lips.
Yeah.
Sit down. Sit down and talk to Vinnie Mac.
Yeah.
All right,
You ever
so-
met?
I don't know if I know this guy.
I don't know this guy either.
I don't know
trust
either.
me. It's like, please forgive me, everybody. I'm still a little groggy.
All right. Like I said, so as I tell the ladies, hey, if you want to ride, you ride the white horse. Listen.
Yeah.
Woo! I am what's causing all of this. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Postcards are coming in. panties are coming in, girls are coming in. Everybody wants to know when the return was going to be. And you know I was totally befuddled. You know I was totally befuddled. We're looking, boom, boom, boom. Okay. So I was totally befuddled. So, and I said to myself, and I talked to my attorneys, and I talked to my, even my better halves, the 7 women I have for 7 days of the week, What? Because I am a good Mormon. But I have seven women for 7 days of the week, and they told me, it's time for you to get back on camera. It's time for you, Mac Daddy, to bless the screen like you always do. So that's what I'm doing. I'm blessing the screen. So, ladies and gentlemen, accept no substitute. It's time to get your popcorn ready. Are we using mics? I guess we don't use mics anymore in here.
No, not in here.
Okay. Okay.
Right here. Okay, all right.
So
we got a mic.
And shout, and it's in stereo. Stereo. That's
stereo.
Not mono, but stereo.
I love stereo.
Because you remember back when half our shows throughout all the years was put in mono. All the shows that we did were put in mono.
Okay.
So now hopefully we got stereo going on here, so you can the lovely voices will echoify into the stratosphere, baby.
Woo!
Wow. You stole my line.
Thank you.
You sank my battleship. So anyway, we are here, and we're going to be here. And Gigi, they say, what is your show about? Well, it's about an hour. So get ready, get a feel in it, rub that calamine oil. Tell Bubba it's real. It ain't a facade. It ain't a mirage. The Mac Daddy that's been the king of public access in Richmond, Virginia for the past almost 30 freaking years. Can you believe that?
No, I can't believe
almost 30 years. Well, but you've been riding the coattails. So
I know I have.
Yeah.
Sad, isn't it? Sad.
Go with it, because maybe someday, before you croak, you'll be a star.
Yeah.
But until then, you follow my footsteps.
Well, actually, you know what? I think Jay Leno is looking for a replacement right now.
Yeah,
so after riding his coattails, I'm going to apply for that job.
I don't think so. Well, you might. But I mean, of course, with me, it'd be in reverse with a hairdo. But I mean, what can I say? I look nothing like Jay Leno. That's an insult, too, by the way. Anyway. We've got a lot going on, and we're going to be doing this for a little bit. We're going to be testing the waters, so you might see us various and wondrous amount of times. Put your kids to the screen.
No.
Because I will teach them the alphabet. Put your kids to the screen. I'll teach them the alphabet.
No, please.
And I will also teach them a thing or two about good words of the day. So we might have some good words of the day. Hopefully the FCC will not get involved in it.
Yeah, please. Yes. Please don't put your kids in front of the screen.
Yes,
this is not a kid-friendly show.
They will learn. They will learn. And today's word, well, we'll get that in a second. But today's word will be coming up in a second.
Okay.
So you might want to write it down with your number 2 pencil.
Look.
All right, kill us off. Are you in the house? And I know we got to squeeze here because we're.
No.
Okay. All right. Well. Okay. Kill us off.
I'll hang with Arthur Ashe right now.
Okay. All right. So how bizarre, Kayla.
It's so nice to have this view again. I was wondering if a helicopter flew by, would they see the backs of our heads?
Okay.
There. We had whoever that used to be.
Yeah.
Whoever those used
to be.
I George Washington.
The Bojangles and Capel, and then of course Mr. Lee.
Yeah.
Mr. Lee right there.
Now what about you said something about mono? There was mono here.
I will, because way back when. Back in the days of pubic acid. Come
on.
Pubic acid.
Now cut that out.
We have to be fair.
On pubic acid, we had a situation where they were running it on mono. So we didn't know the channels where it was coming from. A lot of the studio, because they would record it, and it was being recorded on mono. So you would hear it on one side of the speaker, and on the other side of the speaker, you wouldn't hear anything. It's a stereo. And so it was.
Because it's in mono.
That's right. Well, okay. It would be one side mono, other side nothing, because it wasn't in stereo. So that was the one bad thing about the old studio. I like the old studio though. Because the old studio, it was in a little studio, and we didn't have any conflictions. It was a nice studio, and it was a private set, which this is a private set too. but it was more of a private set, just the same. So stereo, it wasn't in stereo, and sometimes you couldn't hear every little thing.
Okay, so I was wondering what was the problem, because we had the mics, but it was just one was cut off and one was like on.
Right.
It was the worst sound. It sounded like Avery Fisher Hall after it was built in New York.
Well, was it, or maybe Fisher Price?
You couldn't hear Fisher. Yeah, it sounded
Fisher
like
Price. You know,
in fact, Fisher Price made all the.
That's right.
made all the equipment here.
That's correct.
In the day. But now we have top of the line Bose speakers and the acoustic wave.
All right.
And Memorex tape. We got it all.
Is it live or is it Memorex? Yeah. That is the key question.
You know, I once played a Memorex tape with Ella Fitzgerald. Broke all the windows in my house.
Yeah.
And I had to throw it away.
You broke all the windows?
Because every time I replaced the windows, it kept breaking them.
So you just shattered all the windows in your house or what? All the windows got shattered. I tell you, you put Celine Dion on, and when her voice comes on, it will definitely shatter some glass. No doubt about that. One other one.
That'll peel the paint off.
Yeah. But there's another one that has that voice that you just
Barbra Streisand.
What? Yeah, I don't. Maybe.
What other popular singers do you like?
No, I'm talking about voice to shatter.
Oh yeah.
Shatter glass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Celine Dion is the one that comes to mind. So.
Yes.
But anyway.
When I sing, I sound like Levi Stubbs from The Temptations.
Okay. You gotta do it.
I sound like that deep voice guy.
Well, I don't know. So anyway, 28 years, 29 years, and we keep it going. We keep it going because we can. COVID kind of knocked us out of the loop. The library, because everybody had to wear a mask. We were worried about COVID, so it kind of put us in a little tailspin about how many times we do shows. We've been doing shows on YouTube and Facebook and other various and wondrous venues that we've been doing shows on the internet. Sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. This is fun because it brings it back to the way it was. The way it was, starting back to the way it was. Of course, you can't go back in time, even though you would love to. Am I looking at my computer? Well, no, I'd love to go back in time. If I go back in time, I can tell my younger self some things and correct a thing or two. Yeah. Which computer?
Time moves in one direction, Gigi.
Okay. Brett, you can speak, man. I don't care. Just speak up.
I don't know which cameras.
Okay. Okay, that's good. So I'm gonna move my head like a ping pong, like we're watching Jimmy Connors.
That's right.
June. All right,
man in the back.
Two people in the audience.
Okay. 2 people in the audience. All right. Let's give it up for 2 people in the audience. All right.
If we had 3 people, we'd have a crowd.
And there's not a dry seat out there. I'll tell you what, they must be liking what we're doing, I guess.
They're laughing so hard.
All right. So anyway,
not a dry seat in the house.
That's right. Not a dry seat in the house.
When you do your touching soliloquy at the end.
If we had, listen, and I am an ordained minister, I would baptize the baby, bring him over here, put him in a little tub and whatnot, sprinkle some holy water on that baby's head and say, I baptize thee under the Father and the Son and GG. Woo! Just like that.
So is that your menstruation?
That's your
ministration.
Ministration. Yeah. Baptized under the Holy Father right there and under GG. Yes. And then it said, thank you, Reverend Gigi. I said, anytime. I also do some other side gigs too. Yes.
He's an amateur gynecologist.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. Take some notes.
I got no paper.
Pretend. It's all around pretend. When they did the documentary back there, Andwella and was the person that was doing our chem work back in the day, and we had people, Brandon Hardesty and Kenny Johnson. They came over here, did the documentary in 2014, and they wanted to know what is causing all this. And we're going to get into that in a second because little do you all know, and maybe you might not know, these 2 guys know. What is causing all this is the autobiography written by yours truly, GG. Did you get a copy?
No, I didn't get a copy.
Okay, it's $29.99 on Amazon.
And you're going to make me pay for it?
I will take care of it for you. But just what I'm saying, $29.99 is a good read. It's gorgeous.
I have to pay to make it $30.
Brent, did you know about that?
Mm-hmm.
You know how to
Yeah,
okay, that's
wonderful.
right. And it's also got scratch and sniff in there too. It's wonderful. So, it's really great. All the previous ladies in my life, I tell you.
Oh, it's sick.
Yeah, I know. Somebody's got to do it though. So then, anyway, that being said,
You can smell their bad breath.
well, that.
Their garlic breath.
And also,
He's
it's
doing
always a good
spaghetti.
surface on a grassy surface. On a grassy surface is one thing you do. You play ball.
That's right.
Vince, be a good man and hand me my water. Because I'm getting cotton mouth right now.
You're actually getting thirsty.
Yeah,
Look at this thing right
I'm
here.
getting cotton mouth right now. No,
Cotton mouth snake. You're not poisonous, are you?
I might be.
Oh no, I'm getting out of here.
I might be. So anyway, so they said, well, George, what is your venue? I said, it's Pubic Asses. Pubic Asses is where we do our show at, and we all do it in perfect harmony. Because, we sing in perfect harmony. And when we've been breaking bread together for the masses out there, there are people say, oh, Gigi, we love you. When are you going to be in the movie? Oh, Gigi, we love you. When are you going to do your second book? When are you having
second book?
Well, yes. When are you doing your website? It's all in the details because we work it, we give it out there for the people that know about it. So, but we're back for the time being, at least.
Yeah.
We take 1 week at a time, but we're back and we're entertaining the masses on TV Land. And the Access Channel.
Enjoy a wonderful hour of great entertainment.
That's right.
But before that, watch this show.
Yeah, well, there will be a test, and these guys will be funny.
Yeah, I've already flunked out.
We'll put a duck saddle when you sing in the corner. They'll be funny.
Yes, I've already flunked out because my mind is just still trying to get done. It's like I'm still trying to figure out where I'm at because I'm like I just got done with work, ladies and gentlemen, and I had a hard day at work, so please forgive me.
Okay, well, this ought to be a breath of fresh air for you.
I hope so.
I'll be a breath of fresh
I
air
had
for
a
you.
pretty hard day at work, too. I lost 5 games of checkers.
Did you?
Yeah.
Is it Chinese checkers? Or?
But the other guy lost 6, so...
Okay.
So I came out ahead.
Well, I like Chinese checkers. I play Chinese checkers with the marbles. Chinese checkers, yeah.
I lose every game.
Lose every game?
Yeah.
And then, of course, my favorite game.
In fact, I lose every game I've ever played.
My favorite game is chess. I mean, not chess, but chess, baby.
I have no strategy.
That's
when
right.
it comes to
And there's
games.
a lot of strategy in chess. The king and queen move around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
Do you do the Queen's Gambit?
Yeah.
Do you do the...
It's in the dance.
Do you ever do the pawn sacrifice?
Yeah, well, you got to do a sacrifice. You sacrifice a pawn.
Okay.
You got to sacrifice a pawn.
Okay. You know what you're talking about.
And you use the pawn soap. Maybe a good lather. For good lathering, good lathering purposes and whatnot. But yeah, chess is a good game.
Chest or chest?
Chess with a T. Like chess. Well, chess is good too, but like
Are you still talking
chess
about
with a T.
board games?
Well, that's a board game. I mean, you just got to move.
I know I'm quite bored right
You
now.
just got to move the gelatin. You just got to move the gelatin around on the board. That's all. Hey, I'm gonna give Brent back there some mad props. We know it, but you did a show on Community Access way long before me. If you believe it or not, we show our age. Speak it. What was the name of your show back in the early '90s?
The Bunny Hawkins Show.
The Buddy Harkins Show. All right.
Hawkins.
So have you ever had a desire to come back on and do your thing, or what?
No.
No. And why? Well, I mean, is that those days gone?
Yeah.
No.
He does.
It's silent.
In fact, you're not interviewing the
I'm-
man. You're interviewing some guy from the
I'm just saying, we're all theatrical performers.
from the witness relocation program.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I've always wanted to ask you that because I knew that you were,
Ask me something. I'm on camera.
Okay, what? Why?
My favorite color is purple.
Okay.
And,
How much?
and I love to go hunting and fishing.
And how much did you drink this
swimming.
morning?
Huh?
How much did you drink this morning? Did you drink a lot?
Drink
Yeah.
a whole pot of coffee.
A bottle of scotch? Okay.
Bottle of
Bottle of scotch. I got you.
I only no, not a whole bottle.
Not a whole bottle.
I mean, let's face it. I don't know about scotch so much, but champagne. Once you drink like the third glass, it's pretty much all gone.
we're all about the champagne, the champagne and the caviar and whatnot, and the lifestyles of the rich and famous. And Robin Leach would have something to say about that. We're all living the lifestyles of the rich and famous, having your yacht, going on a cruise, Caribbean cruise. Tell us there, Robin Leach, what do we have to offer to these people out there, the wonderful chances of being rich and being famous?
Welcome to Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous.
That's right.
I'm Robin Leach, and we're going to have a wonderful time showing gorgeous George around his mansion
That's
and
right.
around his six-figure income.
That's right.
And here is his butler Boris.
Yeah.
Oh, he's hiding behind the counter.
I had to fire Boris.
Look at the naked. What?
I had to fire Boris.
And look at all the naked women around the swimming pool. Can we get the camera around
That's
there?
right.
Oh, I'm sorry. They just went into the pool.
And
We will get them next time.
Robin.
Lifestyles of the rich and
Robin, the
famous.
best thing about a pool party is bubbles being blown. I tell you what, when those bubbles are blown, you know you're in good harmony with, but making sure that they're women of the opposite sex, not of
That's the only
same
women I
sex.
like. Of the opposite sex.
Yeah, I'm just saying, making sure is because you get bubbles being blown by then you have to be kind of worried about that.
I'm
Just a little bit.
blowing bubbles.
Okay, the blowing bubbles. I used to say in the hot tub and jacuzzi we would be eating. We would be sitting there blowing bubbles, roasting our body, and eating hot dogs, some sauerkraut in the hot tub.
I only have 2 words to tell you about hot tubs. Whitney Houston. So don't spend too much time.
And trust me, she also had a good voice that can break some glass too.
But I'm just saying, but it's made, but the hot dogs in the hot tub, the fritters, and and the relish and the sauerkraut. Everybody, and said, and I say, and I tell the girl
I
in there.
just go in the hot tub.
Yeah, I tell the girl, I said, how is that? Is that doing good for you? Is it doing it for me? That hot dog? Yeah, and she tells me yes. So that's all I need to know. That's all I need to know.
I always found that if I feed a girl a lot at the beginning of a date, I want to go home now. I'm too full.
Right.
I try to keep them hungry
That's right.
till the end.
So anyway, so we have a lot going on. Like I said, we're going to go ahead and do the new website. The website coming out, and we're going to do a movie. We're not sure how and what. We're working on it. But the best thing
The
about
Titanic Part 2.
the best part about it is when we do stuff, we don't do a script. Don't use scripts. I don't believe in scripts. It's all about improv.
Yeah, I can believe you don't use these scripts.
Well, no, but that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of it. No script, because it's fast thinking, fast reflexes, and you're working harmoniously. You're working harmoniously, putting it out there for the people.
Is that Always Sunny in Philadelphia? They use a script that looks like they're making it all
I
up.
think they're making it all up.
It seems like they do.
Yeah.
They may have a plot, but it seems like they're...
What is this now?
That show with Danny DeVito.
Always
and
Sunny in
Patty Day.
Philadelphia.
Okay.
But the craziest thing is that as I get older, I'm becoming the uncle on the Danny DeVito uncle on there,
Yeah.
hanging with the younger people and getting in trouble and carrying on with them. And that's why if there's a guy who's just like me on television, it's him.
Right.
We're the same height anyway.
So anyway, where we are. So 2023. Hello and welcome to 2023.
Wow.
Ladies out there, you might not be first, but you'll be next. And ain't no doubt about that.
And you'll certainly
You know what I'm
be the
saying? Might
last.
not be first, but they will be next.
They will be next.
Yes.
I feel sorry for them.
Well, feel sorry for yourself.
Yes, that's all right.
And
That's
all
all
the
right.
ladies
Will feel sorry for me.
Yeah. Okay. Feel sorry for you.
And come see George,
Yes.
and then I guarantee you'll take a vow of chastity.
Yeah. Well, Chaz. Well, I mean, they'll take a bow down. They'll take a bow down south. If you know what I'm talking about. We're not talking Georgia neither. All right. So anyway. Let's talk about some things. We know the playoffs are going on. I can honestly
Wait, it's over.
care less. Well, the playoffs are going on now. We have the Super Bowl,
At this time of taping.
and I do not care about the two
Ticker's Dam.
Ticker's Dam about the Super Bowl. And there's a lot of things that want people see. Now, of course, I follow America's team, the Dallas Cowboys. This man here is a New York Giants fan, and this man follows a third-rated team from Ethiopia. So anyway, I know about Ethiopia, yes. So we look at, of course,
We all hate the Eagles.
Yes,
That's one thing
we hate the
they
Eagles.
unites us all.
NFC East, and we call them the Fleagles. And then the Fleagles had played the 69ers. And, of course, the 69ers, their Bang Gang Niner fan got eliminated. We know about that. But, of course, then the Flegels, if you pull for them, you get fleas. So, of course, you have the chefs from Kansas City. And we got to put, I don't really care who wins. I'm not even going to watch it. But I hope,
I watch it.
But I hope,
Yeah,
I'm going to watch it because it has no interest. But obviously, we want the chefs to win because, we want the Chiefs to win.
It's going to be a good game. It's going to be a tough game. Both quarterbacks are injured. So it all depends who is going to be the better quarterback of the day.
I was shocked, though, that I was thinking that the Bengals would have gotten in. I was shocked about the Bengals not winning that.
Well,
I thought the Bengals would have gotten in because, Joe Burrow is going to be the next Tom Brady. We know that.
I love Joe Burrow.
Next Tom Brady, basically.
Yeah, Joe Burrows is a great quarterback. Yeah. But if the guy didn't shove Mahomes out of bounds in the last play of the game, it would have gone in overtime.
Yeah.
It would have.
So, there's a lot going on. So now,
but anyway, I have some things to weigh in about the Super Bowl, and I now have a team to root for, the Chiefs, because I was rooting I always root for my team, and then I root for the AFC team if my team isn't in there. Or the underdog. The team's always there, like the Patriots or something.
If you all out there don't know about the NFL, about football, I'm sorry. You might be bored to tears, but if you're bored to tears, just sit down and learn, because football is American pastime. We all love football. Now, my Cowboys. Dak Prescott has been in there for 7 years. Dak Prescott had a lot of promise. They overpaid him. I thought that basically that he had the potential of taking that team and taking the team to the new heights. And when, they want to say it, to talk about him, comparing him to Danny White, comparing him to Tony Romo and Danny White. Danny White and Tony Romo were two great quarterbacks that should have gone to the Super Bowl.
And yet they didn't.
They should have gone to the Super Bowl. Well, we can talk about other quarterbacks that never sniffed it.
Hold on one second.
Hold on yourself. Let me finish.
But you left out a quarterback.
Who?
You left out Troy Aikman.
Well, Troy Aikman.
Well, he did go.
Troy Aikman went and won 3.
We're talking
about the ones that didn't.
We're talking the 30 years. The 30
years.
Cowboys never even got in the starting.
Won 3. But I'm talking about great quarterbacks that should have won. Great quarterbacks that got robbed by the NFL.
If ifs and buts were candy and nuts, every day would be Christmas, George.
Children.
He is right.
All right. So what I'm saying is, I don't believe in conspiracies. I don't believe in the fairy godmother. And pull your kids away from the screen on this one, because I would normally say bring your kids to the screen, but pull your kids away from the screen on this one.
That's the first great thing you said tonight.
But then after I'm finished, then bring them back.
No.
Bring them back.
No.
Oh yes.
I don't do a show for
and use a muzzle.
Anyway.
Put a muzzle in your mouth.
No.
There's no such thing as Santa, but that's okay. Don't cry. Don't cry. So we already know all of this. But the bottom line is, Santa.
Wrestling is fake.
And Easter Bunny. But no. No. So look, there is a conspiracy, and there has been a conspiracy on America's team, on the Cowboys, for a long, long time. Due to whatever, because, Jerry Jones is a maverick. Jerry Jones is a maverick, and we're doing it all good.
Everything's good, George.
So, all right. So that's just how we work.
Okay,
well, I'm going to.
George thinks that everyone sees what goes on.
Listen. Everybody that's watching right now.
All I care about was in front of the
Listen here. I don't look. Anybody who has camera shy and whatnot, just pretend everybody is playing with themselves, watching you on camera, and that will cure. And you walk around in front of the camera. It will cure any fight that you might have when you play with yourself, listening and watching the Mac Daddy, tell you a thing or two. Okay, so as we're saying, the Cowboys there is a conspiracy against the Cowboys. When you yes, really,
they're not.
Yes, because when you have a wide receiver, when you have a wide receiver, Drew Pearson, that should have been in the ballot of the Hall of Fame years ago, and he had to wait virtually about 15, 16 years later to get in the Hall of Fame, to get it, in Canton. I mean, that's a bunch of horse crap. That man should have been on the first ballot. Michael Irvin should have been in on the second ballot. I understand. There are players that we know Michael Irvin had some issues, But Michael Irvin should have been on the second ballot. Terrell Owens, you had to wait for him too. He should have been in. Was he in as a Cowboy or was it a Niner?
Niner.
Okay, well.
Joe Theismann's not in the Hall of Fame, and he's won 2 Super Bowls.
Well, I don't know.
More than a lot of them.
What I'm saying is, but you can't always base it upon the Super Bowl. Super Bowls do.
I think the Super Bowl is a very good yardstick.
I think it's the number one series.
Super Bowls help, but it's not the be and end all. You're looking at stats. You're looking at passing stats. I guess if
statistics are for losers.
Well, but statistics are the way it is. I mean, if you want to get technical, if you're looking at statistics, Tony Romo should be in there. If you look upon statistics, Tony Romo should be in there in passing yards by itself. Now, but I'm saying, so beyond all of that, we look upon what Dak, and Dak has been in there in 7 years. Dak has been the quarterback for America's team, the Cowboys, for 7 years.
America's sweetheart.
And now, always the INTs, throwing the interceptions, and there's rumors right now that they're talking about Aaron Rodgers coming to Dallas.
He won't come to Dallas.
Well, now
good. Get a guy when he's on his way out.
If anybody can do it, Jerry can.
I know, but
anybody can do it. Jerry.
Why would Aaron Rodgers come to that organization? I think Aaron Rodgers, really myself, is washed up. Okay. You're going to have another washed up quarterback.
In fact, nothing's greater than him to go to Dallas. If he's not doing so well with Green Bay, he should be. He should do that. He won't do good.
Children.
But the thing is,
breathe in. Breathe out.
Why would you want him?
Breathe out. Listen, I'm just saying. I just soon keep Dak. He has one more year. I just soon keep Dak. But what I'm saying, the Cowboy Nation, Cowboy Brethren wants a change. So I'm putting it out there as an option. Aaron Rodgers still has it. I think Tom Brady, as much as I like Tom Brady, I think Tom Brady he should retire. Tom Brady should retire. But now he's talking about maybe perhaps going there. So I don't know. But
the Cowboy Brethren want
it is. They had a great game. They had a great season, and they play up to their competition. Cowboys, where they're playing a team that really is bad, like your Commandos, or your Commodores, whatever.
The Commodes.
The Commodes, even better than that.
Yeah.
They play up to the competition because they know they suck. They do suck. Ganswell.
Well, who cares? We won. We won the last game, and that's all I care.
How many years? How many games has it been since you all won? Besides that one game against us, it's been a while.
Who cares?
It's been a while.
Yeah, didn't you always tell me when you had that 1-15 season that you said that the biggest game that we won was against the Washington Redskins?
No.
Yes.
We know as sure as we're in here. We know as sure as we're broadcasting on live on the public access or Big Access channel. We know that basically that was your Super Bowl. That was your Super Bowl against the Cowboys.
I'll take it.
Earned well. It's not. We lost that game ourselves, not because of what you all did.
Play for them?
Oh no!
We lost that game ourselves.
We had 3 receivers who went 100 yards in reception.
Okay, well,
and your defense just simply sucked and pooped all over the field that
was
day.
a fluke, sir. It was a fluke. But let's get back down to reality. Let's get back down to reality. Cowboys play to their competition. So if the team really does suck, like your Commodes do, suck really bad, then they'll play to that. If they play really good, team is really good, on paper they're good, they're going to play up to it. Cowboys could have very well easily beat the 69ers. And that game, their defense...
And yet,
you lost! Hush.
You lost.
That 69ers game, the Cowboys played really good. They should have won. Now, if you want to pinpoint... At least we made it competitive like what you all did.
I'd rather lose big.
Yeah, I mean,
I hate to lose by 1 point.
And you lost really big to those.
The 30 points. That's the way. That's what a way to go.
Remember, we give you all the sweep. We give you the sweep this year.
The team doesn't.
So anyway, but getting back to my train of thought because I keep losing it. The train of thought is simply this. I don't want to lose my train of thought, man. This is what it is basically. So you look upon different factors. Cowboys defense is rated in the top 3. They have the defense. So is it upon the fact the INTs, Cowboys defense is in the top 3?
Well, here's the thing.
Yeah.
You lost now. They fired your offensive coordinator.
Yeah, well, he needed to go. Offensive
What the Cowboy brethren had to say
somebody
about
had to pay.
What the Cowboy sisters
Somebody had
say
to
about
pay for that.
Maybe
for the season.
some of the players should have paid for that.
Yeah.
that.
Well,
What the Cowboy sisterhood have to say about that?
the fact that Tony Pollard got hurt, and the fact that if you want to get technical, I mean, Dak has been throwing INTs. He at least throws 2 INTs per game, but he still win. And of course, the field goal kicker. Well, that was the game they won against the Buccaneers. That's a field goal kicker who was having the yips.
Yeah, he was having a little problem.
And constantly just missing easy
He's
chip
better
shots.
than that guy.
Well, Kevin,
They put me in a Cowboy.
I was
They should
thinking-
have put me in that
I was thinking about you.
and then kicked the field goals.
Kevin.
And I can miss them just as well as he can.
Kevin, I was thinking about you kicking those field goals in your sandals. Kicking those field goals in your sandals left and right. Boom, 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 boom. All right, I was thinking about that. I don't know. I mean, you might want to sign up.
Yeah.
But that being said,
I bet you everyone in that Texas stadium probably said, "Oh man, put a pair of cleats on me. I'll kick it over."
so and the
me
field
$2
goal,
million.
yeah. So that anyway. So as I was saying, so they should have won that game against the 69ers. They should have won that game against the 69ers. But that being said, it is what it is. If anything was to blame, I mean, we can't really blame that Tony Pollard got hurt. And, of course, Dak throws those INTs. I think the defense played out of their minds.
What are INTs?
Defense played out of their interceptions.
Oh.
Interceptions.
Ints?
Ints, yeah.
But the defense played out of their minds. So anyway.
I can't keep up with this.
And yet, the 69ers played the Flegels, and the 69ers got rough shot against the Flegels.
Flegels, they named after the Tom Banana from the Banana Splits.
Well, we know they got the Flegels.
What about Bingo and Snarky?
That's snarky.
But here's my question.
Could be. So
That game possibly could have been a little bit better if Purdy didn't get hurt. Let's just all admit it. If Purdy didn't get hurt, we could be talking a different story right now.
well.
No, that's
I don't
the way it
know.
goes.
Purdy, yeah. Well, we sacked Purdy like a rag doll. I know that.
Yeah.
We sacked Purdy like a rag doll. And then you look at that. It was one question too that I forgot. Hold on a second. And George Kittles catches that ball, 29 yards. He's right on the offensive line. That was an ineligible receiver right there, but they didn't call that. That was debatable. He made that 29-yard catch, but he was a part of the offensive line. That is an ineligible receiver because a lineman is not someone to catch the ball.
Is there going to be a test on this?
Yeah, you need to.
Now that's a test question.
Yeah.
That is a test question.
That's another thing.
I hope it's
right
an
there.
essay because I hate multiple choice. I always get
They're talking about Aaron Rodgers maybe being the Cowboys quarterback, and they're talking about maybe Tom Brady being the quarterback, being the next Cowboys quarterback.
Maybe they
I
should get
personally
Sonny
think
Davidson. He's still alive.
he's playing it.
He's planted.
He's playing.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Isn't he playing it?
We'll get
Yeah, he's
Terry
playing.
Bradshaw if you're going to have a fantasy team.
But I think you keep Brady for another year, and you get an OC, you get an offensive coordinator that's going to be able to do what they need to do and work with them and try to get
Keep
this
Brady.
No, not Brady. When I say Brady, I mean
You already put Brady in as a Cowboy?
I meant to say Dak. I said Dak.
He said Brady.
Okay.
He's talking about.
I said Dak, but okay.
Talking
that's what I
about
meant.
the Dallas Convicts, not the
Yeah.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Oh, I thought I was talking about the New York midgets.
But here's a question.
New York midgets.
Now, Aaron Rodgers is owed $54 million from the Packers.
Well, that's part of the problem right there.
Yeah. So I don't think JJ can actually fork over that money as long as he's got Dak.
No. It's going to be. I think that they need to keep Dak and let that contract run. Keep Dak, let that contract run. Get an offensive coordinator in there that can work with him. Get an offensive coordinator that can work with him on all of that. So that's something to talk about. Something to sniff and inhale. Listen in. Breathe in.
Yeah.
Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out.
We should get some calls from the Cowboy brethren.
Just for the taste of it and just for the smell of it, baby. It is. Can you smell what Gigi is cooking?
Woo! You know what? You know what really thought in my mind? Every time you do the woo, I always think of my good old man Ric Flair. Ric Flair, or we all know as Ric Flair.
Richard Flair. We're not using that, man. Rather well.
It's like, is it your agent? Yeah, it is your agent.
All right.
Yeah.
You don't want to hear what he had.
I didn't think so.
We're not entertaining that prospect, so that's it for that. So hey, what were you interjecting? Or
Yeah, I was saying.
pubic asses?
Yes, Ric Flair. He's not doing too well, ladies and gentlemen. He's a little bit sick. But I always think about the man. I told you guys. I think
He's sick. I didn't know he was sick.
He's just a little bit sick, but he's all right.
He has hair bleach poisoning.
Yeah. but it's like I told you guys before. I met the man 5 or 6 times before.
I told you we should have brought him on the show, man.
I wish I could.
Brought him on the show.
I could.
Just imagine that.
Yes. See. Woo, it's a woo contest.
Yes.
but this one time, I'll tell you a quick story. I got a chance to meet Ric Flair. I think this was like the 4th time when I was working at the airport for Delta Airlines. Okay?
Oh, wow. When was this?
This was like back in 2001.
Oh, okay. That's a while back.
Yeah, that's a while
I
back.
thought it was like recently.
Yeah, that's a while back. So it's like, it's like he's in line, I wave him over. And it's like, hey, Mr. Flair, how you doing today? It's like, hey, I'm doing fine. He's like his old simple self. Mm-hmm. So it's like, yeah, let me see your ID. It's like, I looked at his ID. It's like, what's his name? Flair? I was like, yeah, that's my real name. Ric Flair.
Richard Flair.
Yeah, Richard Flair. But you know me as Ric Flair. It's like, oh, okay, Mr. Flair. I'm sorry, Mr. Flair. it's like, that's all right. Hey, what's your name? It's like, Vincent. It's like, yeah, Vincent, you can call me whatever you want. It's
Vincent Van Gogh.
Yeah, Vincent Van Gogh, as long as you just call it right. Okay. So I told him, it's like...
missing in here?
Huh?
Okay, I thought you were missing in here.
No, see, it's right here. As long as you don't gnaw it off, George.
Okay. You don't have to worry about that one.
So basically, I was just checking him in, and I had to ask him, what was your favorite saying? And he told me that my favorite saying is probably something that it came out of the blue, nobody told me about it, but I just pulled it out of my head. And he always said, my favorite saying is, to be the man, you got to beat the man. That's right. He said, you remember when I was having the world championship belt and I was facing Magnum TA and everything? And that's when I first used that line.
That's right.
You got to be the man to beat the man.
That's right.
And I told him, it's like, that is also one of my favorite lines too. And I told him that.
You told him that personally? Wow.
Yeah, we got personal with me.
People were in your audience.
Yeah, it was just me and him.
And
it was me and him.
He had a performance on just for you.
Yeah, he did. And I told him, because they wrestled last night at the Coliseum, I told him, yeah, I was at the show last night. Okay. And I said, that was an awesome show. You did a great job. And I said, the first time I saw you ever, Mr. Flair, was when I was like a kid. I was like 8, 9 years old. And it was my very first wrestling contest. My sister and my dad took us to the show. And it was like, I was hooked on wrestling ever since.
Yeah.
And then Mr. Flair said, I'm glad you came to that show, Vincent. I always do a service and entertainment for everybody.
That's right.
And let me tell you, you got the best entertainment you've ever seen and you 2 eyes have ever shown.
What match was that?
It was Ric Flair versus... because this is a long time ago.
What year was it?
It was 1983.
It was versus Gorgeous George.
No, I think it was 83 or 84.
83, that's when he
83,
he won the belt
84.
the second time from Dusty Rhodes.
I don't know if it was Dusty Rhodes.
Or
it might have been. Yeah, it might have been Haystack. No, I think it was Chief Strongbone. Chief J. Strongbone.
Probably Jay Youngblood.
Might have been. I have no idea. But he told me it's like
Steamboat. Classic matches between him and Ricky Steamboat.
It could be. Yeah. But then afterwards he said, let me tell you, as a wrestler, I'm glad you enjoyed that match. Once again, Vincent, I have decided that you are another satisfied customer.
Anyway. So, again, we got to promote this. We're going to do it. You all know out there that I wrote a book back during the pandemic. What is causing all this? This is one of Ric Flair's saying. sayings, what is causing all this. 31 chapters, an autobiography of yours truly on Amazon. And we are going to fix it up a little bit because there's some things that were never taken care of. But other than that, it's there. It's a great read. And I would ask you all out there, if you've been watching me throughout the years and you've been following the Mac Daddy throughout all the years, the man that's causing all this, hence the man that's causing all this, what's causing all this? Well, we know the answer of what's causing all this. It's who's causing all this. And who's causing all this? Baby, except no substitute. You're looking at the man that is causing all this. And the book is yours for a slim fee.
$30.
Of $30. $29.99 if you want to save a penny. But $30, and it tells you everything, and we are...
I'll save a stamp.
Yeah, and then, they say, George, is there a scratch and sniff? I said, yes. There's a scratch and sniff on the last page. Use your imagination, baby.
In fact, if you can't get it on the internet, you could buy it at any tattoo parlor or
or you can buy it at any lingerie shop. And therefore, nobody for the asking. Any lingerie shop, just there for the asking. You know what I'm saying? So that's great. So it's there for you, no doubt about it. No. I appreciate. Okay, out there, we appreciate you calling. We're not accepting phone calls. I do apologize. We're not accepting phone calls. Peter, I thank you for calling. I see you calling.
Peter,
thank you very much for calling. We're not accepting phone calls, unfortunately. I appreciate, Lo, you're watching. I appreciate you tuning in, and thank you very much.
But Peter, if you want a $4 transcript of this this program, send it to Gorgeous George, and he will type it up for you.
Yes, we'll be on the typewriter and type it
like
up.
It's the McNeil letter.
So yeah, damn. I've said this before, and I've even said this in the book. If I could go back to my younger self and tell my younger self all the trials and tribulations and say, hey, I'm the man, I'm your future. I'm the man from the future. I am your person that's seen things in your future. And tell my younger self, hey, this is what you want to do. I wouldn't change a lot, but I would change a few. I would change a lot of things because I enjoyed everything. I enjoyed every moment. But then I would have said, look, you might want to do this and you might want to do that. So definitely.
Regrets you've had a few.
The question is, if you could tell your younger self something, what would you do? Or Vince, if you could tell your younger self the mistakes maybe you might have made, would you like that opportunity?
Yes, I would. I would go back in time and tell my younger self that, like, let's just say after you get out of the Navy and everything, you're going to meet a man, and you got to be careful what this man will do. And next thing you know, here I am on the show.
Such a smart ass. Such a smart ass. I have an eject button that's going to send you to the ceiling. All right, listen.
I get 4 girls and make more money.
Yeah.
But that's all I would change.
I would probably be not saying much. I would say, hey, enjoy your life. You've done it so far. Enjoy your life so far.
Kevin, what would you tell your younger self?
I'd kiss more girls and make more money.
Well, I mean, anything else or just?
No, I love but I've never.
I would tell
I haven't a few.
I understand. I would tell myself, stop being Mr. Nice Guy. Stop being so compassionate to other people.
What? You're mean enough as it is.
In other words, you wouldn't.
Stop being so compassionate and worry about what others think, and be you.
Oh,
yes, be you.
Be
Not
you.
worry about other things, because other people that don't like you, well, they can kiss.
they can take a flying leap.
They can kiss something that you can't. If God can make it so you can kiss it, then you wouldn't need it. You wouldn't need anybody else to kiss it for you.
The moon don't shine.
Yeah, that's obvious. So, yes, in that regards, yes, Virginia, on those regards, there is a Santa Claus. On those regards.
I have no regrets.
But
I've done everything I wanted to set out in life. I've traveled everywhere. I've met all the famous people. I've made lots of money. I've kissed a lot of girls. I mean, I was joking earlier.
No, but
I've done everything.
Okay.
I mean, I think
I think though I would say, hey,
You're right. It may not have been such a soft touch.
take that money and pile it in somewhere under your pillow. Take that money and pile it under your pillow. And
I wouldn't be such an easy mark.
And I would have also said, I mean, listen, let the girls stand in line because, like I said, ladies, you might not be first, but you'll be next.
You know what? The one thing I wish I could have done, I wish I would have had, I got the money, but I wish I would have told my older self when I was young, invest in Amazon.
I invest in Amazon
or Google. Invest in Amazon or Google.
Well, hindsight's 2020.
It sure
and
is.
Hindsight's 2020, and if you have that crystal ball there, you can go back and look at it.
Yeah.
And that crystal ball, you can see yourself in the crystal ball, in your first job working labor. Job working labor, or you can see yourself in that crystal ball, maybe your first encounter, maybe on a date with Thelma.
I living my life over again.
Thelma from Good Times.
I buy fewer lottery tickets.
No.
Probably I buy no lottery tickets.
Well, anyway, are we 2 for the 2? 2 minutes. That's got 8. Okay, so we cuts it off.
Oh wow.
Oh, that's slow. Okay.
That's
okay. And we got 5 minutes. 5 minutes from
we
the
bargained down.
We go to 2. We went down to 2, and then we went up to 3, and we got 5.
Remember he had Sullivan.
Can we bargain some more minutes?
Remember they had Sullivan showing all the fingers.
Yeah.
Let's put some poker chips on the table.
Let me just tell you,
some more minutes now,
the
man.
only finger that you all need to read between the lines is the main finger, and that is the middle finger.
The middle finger.
The middle finger. Okay, there you go. Tell it like it is. Okay. All right. So anyway, anything you want?
Well, I'll tell you what, George. What would you change?
I just told you.
No, look, one specific thing. Just one specific thing.
Taking some of that damn money. Yes, I would take some of that damn money that I got and stuck it in an IRA, David Lee Roth. Or I would take that damn money that I had and stick it under my pillow.
I would jump.
I would jump. I would put it in Daily Roth IRA, or I would go ahead and, I would, whatever song we can think of. Again, yeah. But
whatever song.
Yeah, we can deal. Or we can jump by the Pointer Sisters.
Yeah,
that's what we can do as well as that's concerned. We have a person that really wants to talk. Peter, I thank you for calling. Thanks for calling, Peter. But we're not taking phone calls. I appreciate it. Peter.
Is he a man or an appendage?
I don't know. He's who knows? And growing guys want to know they're a Peter. No. Okay. No. Yeah. Okay. So I read the tea leaves, and the tea leaves are telling me that everything is going to be okay.
Okay.
Rockabye.
Everything's
going to be okay. Be all right.
Actually, what I'll do now is I'm going to go into the future and tell my older self.
Okay.
And what I'm going to tell my older self is that I'm going to buy a basic costume factory.
Okay.
And it's going to be a horse costume factory.
I know where you're going with this.
And
you're going to be on the back end of the hats. You're going to be on the back end of the jackets. Yes, I've heard this before.
Yeah, no, George has heard this 1,000 times before.
You're going to be the ass, I'm going to be the head.
Yeah, he's going to be the head.
You're going to be the ass, I'm going to be the head. Yes.
I'm going to be the head, and he's going to just be himself.
All right. Hey, listen. Tonight our show is being brought to you by Purified Water. Not just any water, but the holy water from the Pope. Purified water, blessed from the Pope's hands.
You sure you got that
blessed
from
from the
Rome?
Pope's hands.
Well, thanks for...
You got it from Rome?
Hey, this was a welcome return to cable access, Gorgeous George. We welcome you back.
Well, I don't...
And it's so good to have you.
Where did we go? I mean, where did
you belong.
Well, yes. Where did it go? Where did it all go? 2 minutes.
And
2 minutes.
Like
we got to really make it count now. The 2-minute warning.
Yes.
We got a 2-minute warning. All right, we're going to go ahead and do a slant pattern.
No timeout.
Vince, I need you. Wait now. Vince, I need you to go way down there. We're going to do a slant. I'm going to throw it to the side. I need you. I need you to go out of bounds. Go out of bounds.
I can do it.
Yeah, that's the ball. Yeah, okay. All right. So yes.
The Heisman Trophy.
Yeah, Weebles wobble, man. They do fall down. Listen. Tell your Aunt Louise. Tell her anything you please. The man is causing all this is on the channel right now. Ladies, I know you're having a rash. Ladies, I know you're getting kind of giddy. It's not every day you see something that's beautiful like this on your screen. So put your hand on the screen and put your other hand in that special place and say, woohoo! And I say, woohoo! And you say, woohoo! And I say, woo! And I say, baby, you've got it, or you got the right one, baby. Uh-huh.
Have you been canceled, or are we on next week?
I don't know. I take it.
I would think of cancel culture these days. A good representative of that.
I take it one step at a time. A baby learns to walk, well, he crawls to walk, and then he goes and he learns how to be obnoxious. But it takes time for the baby to become obnoxious. One Mona Lisa, one Leaning Tower of Pisa, and there's only one Gorgeous George. Believe it or not.
Bye-bye, everybody.